Guppies and hush puppies. Today I wanted to talk about something in fictional media that I don't feel gets discussed in a lot of detail, and that would be the designs of clowns in the modern day era with animation. So think of Hell of a Boss, Frizzerolli, Mammon, Glitz and Glam, Ace Attorney, I can't pronounce her name, I'm gonna try, Geru Tornado, Simon Keys, and Mo. And maybe the amazing digital circus with Pomni. Only mentioning her because don't want somebody to have to bring her up. All of the fictional characters that I just previously mentioned, they don't really look like clowns now, do they? Well, I thought that I would take it upon myself to explain the reasoning as to why that's the case, and potentially see if that same reasoning can also be linked to the decline of the popularity of clowns in the current day. But before we begin, I, as silly as it is, I quickly want to explain what a clown is. Merriam Webster states, or at least roughly states, a clown is a jester, comedian, or an otherwise foolish person whose skills are used for the purposes of entertainment. More often than not, these people are in circuses wearing grotesque clothes and makeup. Now, with that all out of the way, let's continue. Regarding the designs of clowns in the past, we've had clowns like Coco from Out of the Inkwell, Ronald McDonald from both The Adventures of Ronald McDonald in 1999, animated by DIC Entertainment, and The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald in 1998, animated by Klasky Kasupo. I hope I said that right. Both cartoons specified to avoid confusion. Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons, and these little clown children from the Little Clowns of Happy Town. I'm not about to read out all their names, so here's a picture with them all on screen. There you go. Comparing the clowns depicted from media in the 90s to the ones from more recent years, the clowns that I mentioned in the beginning don't really look like clowns. So, what gives? Well, the most likely explanation for this drastic difference could probably just be chalked up to aesthetic purposes. I mean, just look at traditional clowns. They sure do match with the description from earlier: garish makeup, a wacky outfit, and to some, an overall unappealing or even creepy appearance. And speaking of creepy appearances, that's another potential reason as to why. You see, not too long ago, at least here in America, there was something called the Great Clown Panic, or the Great Clown Panic of 2016. We call it that because people would dress up as clowns and then go out and prank people by scaring them while wearing scary clown costumes. While some instances of this happening were just pranks, there were some pranks that would go south, and the perpetrator would be attacked by the person that they were trying to prank, and others where the clown in question didn't have good intentions at all and actually wanted to cause harm. The problem got so bad to the point where McDonald's actually had to stop using their mascot, Ronald McDonald, in commercials until things started to clear up. And even a few areas banned clown costumes and fined anyone who wore them. But the fiasco died down when Pennsylvania residents began a clown hunt. For this next section, I want to issue a content warning for murder, rape, and torture. So skip to the next chapter if that's something that triggers you. Okay? Okay. Staying on topic with creepy clowns in the real world, I feel like I should at least mention the serial killer clown John Wayne Gacy, who got his title for wearing a clown costume and torturing, raping, and killing around 33 young men and boys. Not going into any more detail other than that, so there. And on to the last reason as to why fictional clowns in the modern day don't have traditional appearances. And that reason would, of course, be Stephen King's It, featuring the titular character Pennywise. To say that this bloodthirsty hell clown creature sent shivers down the spines of audience members would be an understatement. This film can definitely be the cause of some people's fear of clowns, also known as clownphobia. I cannot pronounce that word, I'm sorry. So, between the preferred aesthetics, creepy pranks, the real world atrocities committed by a clown, or at least someone who would dress up as one, and the usage of clowns in fictional horror, it's no wonder why now, in the current day and age of animated media, the classic designs of clowns have been slightly, if not completely, phased out by now. In the beginning of the video, I also mentioned wanting to talk about the real world current day clowns, and if these things have also affected them as well. Surprisingly, despite all of the things that I just mentioned, currently there are about 50,000 to 100,000 professional clowns worldwide, with a majority of them being women. However, not so surprisingly, their usage in circuses has declined tremendously and continues to do so. Heck, while I can't find the news article online, I remember seeing a professional clown who got called a predator and received death threats all because of her profession. A job that she could use to bring joy to not only kids, but adults too. One that she sobbed about honestly loving. She was terrified from the death threats and saddened by the accusations thrown her way. She even gave the news outlet covering the story footage of her doing her job and making people smile. And back in 2016, it heavily affected the clown industry, with the scare causing some to lose money in an already very niche job, and some to quit entirely. But with all that being said, subscribe if you liked the video, and let me know your opinions on the matter in the comments. Until next time, I'll be doing a whale call.